This is air coming out of our prototype. And if we would take a lot of CO2 out of the air, what would the impact of this clean air be? This relates to a question that we have received on LinkedIn. What is the impact when we would take a lot of CO2 out of the air on the surrounding nature? Can plants still grow here? Well, in today's episode we will answer the question, what are the environmental impacts of direct air capture? Hi, I'm Beatrix and I work at Carbyon. And in this Ask Carbyon series, we are going to answer questions about capturing CO2 from the sky. Because we get many questions, we thought it's time to answer them. So together with experts, we explain how Carbyon is working on a solution. And in this episode, if we would store CO2 underground, is that safe?
I think the biggest challenge for so many machines is the time frame.
We feel very responsible for what we develop. Many questions are asked about the impact of our machines on the environment. And we understand it could feel a bit weird to solve a problem caused by machines by, again, using machines. In this episode, we would like to discuss the impact and answer your questions. First, like mentioned before, you might be wondering, could the suction and exhaust air from our machine harm the surrounding nature? We are designing our prototype and our full-scale machine in such a way that we will have little suction at the air inlet, similar to an air conditioning, and these low airflows will have little effect on the natural surrounding. At the air outlet, we can talk about a carbon shadow, as there is almost zero CO2 in this outlet stream, while plants, they do need CO2 to grow. However, we know that the wind flows very easily mix this outflow with normal air, restoring the local balance. But of course, there's always more to learn about these inlet and outlet flows. So this will remain a topic of research within Carbyon. And there are more questions that require attention. For example, if we would store CO2 underground, is that safe? But this topic is a bit outside the expertise of Carbyon. So I thought I could use a little help to answer this. I've asked someone with a very rich knowledge base. In this case, ChatGPT. Is the storage of CO2 underground safe?
The safety of storing CO2 underground depends on careful site selection, management, monitoring, and verification to prevent leaks and ensure long-term storage.
That doesn't teach us a lot. Let's switch to a human expert. I will call with Anne Ottenbos, researcher at the Radboud University at the Department of Environmental Science. If your question is not addressed, then subscribe to stay up to date. Hi Anne.
Hi.
Do you think that the underground storage of CO2 can safely be done?
Yes, I think so. I think the main safety issue is the transportation of your carbon dioxide. So if the carbon dioxide is captured in your machine, it needs to be transported to this storage site. And there is where the main leakage occurs. But once it's in the storage site, it's relatively safe. So you can choose your storage site so it has all the requirements to be safe. And then you can minimize the risks.
We have explained in episode 2 and 3 that we use energy to capture CO2 and we want to only run on renewable energy. Do you think there will be enough renewable energy available to run our processes?
Yeah, I think for every site that you build of direct air capture plants, you need a separate renewable energy source, whether that is, for example, wind or solar energy. But as long as for each site you build a energy source from renewable energy, then you can supply enough energy to run all these direct air capture systems. And one of the most important things of direct air capture systems is that they can be placed anywhere in the world. So that means that they can be close to a renewable energy source. So in a place where there's a lot of sun or there is a lot of wind, but you can also place it close to a storage site. So with direct air capture, you have the flexibility to choose a specific location which is really optimum for your system.
With Carbyon, we want to make a true impact to mitigate climate change, but we have to place a lot of machines for that. What do you think that the biggest challenge will be?
I think the biggest challenge for so many machines is the time frame. So a lot of direct air capture systems are currently in development and they just need some time to really become a mature technology. So I see it mainly as a time investment that is the main challenge here. And to meet the climate goals for 2030 and 2050, we really need some direct air capture systems. So there's a lot of pressure time-wise to get these mature technologies.
Well, at Carbyon, we'll work as fast as we can. Thank you for your time, Anna, and your great answers. So the environmental impact and safety is very important with climate technology. And this will remain a research topic within Carbyon for many years. We feel very responsible for what we develop. And we will definitely account for our carbon footprint and impact. And this will be transparently communicated. This was the last episode of the Ask Carbyon series. And if you missed any questions, please let us know in the comments so we can answer them next series. In the meantime, we will work hard to continue the development of our direct air capture technology. And if you want to stay up to date on our progress, please subscribe to the Carbyon channel. I hope you like this series and hope to see you next time. Bye!